can buy the market. Well, you can see the last time I could buy the market was in here. You can see there was a nice buy in here. There was a little bit of a sell here, but it looks kind of fair value. But I can certainly buy the market here. And then on this pullback, you can see I can absolutely buy the market as well. And again, looking at the shape of this, I can recognize that this is a pullback trade that is now, in terms of relative value, about correct. So these are two buy trade opportunities. You can see at the top, compared to what happened here, we can see that this is not correct. We can sell. So if I can now identify that that is now developing into a possible short sell, I now have an opportunity to exit my position. Buy trade, sell trade. When I look at the S&P from those two trades, you can see the buy trade in here was pretty good. The buy trade in here was pretty good. And obviously the sell trade into the top edges here was pretty good. So this idea of being able to get in front of the smart money, if you like, trying to figure out what the smart money is likely to be doing based on what the value and price is doing. This idea, this concept, this process, trying to find a way of just being able to identify smart money. So for example, you can see here that the smart money is still long during this pullback. So we've got to find the pullback, and we can obviously spot when the pullback stops. We can spot when the pullback stops because we can start watching for things turning around. So when the pullback stops, we now have an opportunity to get into the buy trade on the pullback. And we can go after the prior highs. When we get into the prior high, you can see it never goes sell side. Looks possibly bearish now, but it's obviously on an uptick, so we have to wait for that to turn. By the time it turns, we've lost the sell. By the time it turns, we've lost the sell at that stage. And that's a little bit unfortunate because obviously we got a brilliant sell coming in. You can see it stayed sell side here, but very, very small sell side, very small sell side. And a little tiny bit of value on the top edge for the sell, but still not really stand out because by the time we got the short, you know, we flipped straight into a possible buy. Well, you can see that on this tester back into the top edges here, you can see that on the tester, this is staying sell side. So at the moment, sell side business coming in from these. And this is just an idea, playing around with the ideas at this point. And the idea behind this, of course, is we can start recognizing when it's completely ridiculous. We can see, for example, in some of these trades, how ridiculous it can be. This scales properly, of course. You can see that this scales so we don't lose the scaling on this. So we can recognize when this is way, way, way oversold. We can recognize when this is ridiculously overbought. We can recognize when this is ridiculously oversold. Again, trying to add that element into our narratives. We can recognize when it's oversold in here, for example. It's oversold again there. The basic idea, the basic story, the basic structure. And again, we can see in the background some other ones. You can see a crazy, stupid looking trade here, a crazy, mad trade looking here. And if we look at those mad trades, you can see, for example, those three mad trades where the bottom tick price, the top tick price of what turned out to be a bit of a balance area, and then the bottom tick price in a revival of fortunes. So it looks on the face of it as if it could have some value. I'm not sure if it's going to have any value, but at this stage, I'm having a quick goosey gander. I'm looking at it to see if it has anything of real interest, and if it does, we'll obviously get it rolled out as a process. Buy on bonds is looking okay. It's given us quite a sizable bounce off 129s. It's almost done a full 1,000 back to the upside again. So difficult to get on the buy trade, but it was pretty clear that it was going to be a buy trade. That was for sure. Pretty clear that the buy trade was on the books.